Hi, I'm Resa Solomon St. Louis, and I'm the chef and owner of Bacchanal Lifestyle Foods. And we specialize in Caribbean cuisine and making delicious meals for people with dietary and lifestyle choices like vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free. And today I'm here on behalf of the IBD Foundation in Chio to whip up some delicious lunches for kids managing Crohn's and colitis. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a shawarma chicken lunch. So everybody loves shawarmas, so you can check out our recipe for shawarma chicken. And what we've got here is some chicken that we've already prepared, but I'm going to show you right now how to make the marinade for shawarma chicken, because one of the things that is important for having a wonderful meal for kids that are managing Crohn's and colitis is to start off with wholesome ingredients. So we've got some Greek yogurt, we've got fresh vegetables like some green onions here, some tomatoes, some garlic, some fresh herbs, some peppers, and we've got lovely unrefined olive oil, some apple cider vinegar, some limes, and let's see how we're going to put this all together. We're going to start off with some yogurt. And basically, one thing we want to also keep in mind is that when you're going to be making wholesome foods at home, you're going to take advantage of this opportunity and make it to your own taste. So I'm showing you some basics here, and then you can add, delete, modify, whatever makes the dish yours and makes it into one of your favorites. So, but basically when we're doing this type of marinade, we're going to be going 50-50, going twice the amount of acid that we're going to use for the yogurt. So I put in about half a cup of yogurt. That means I'm going to put in 1 cup of our acid. And your acid can be whatever you choose. Whether you want to go with malt vinegar, apple cider vinegar, I'm using a local apple cider vinegar here, and I'm going to go about just a little bit over halfway with that. And the rest, I'm going to use some natural citrus or raw citrus through limes and a little bit of fresh orange. So I've got 2 limes here that I'm going to squeeze. Easy peasy, limey squeezy. Somebody might say that. So I love the smell of fresh limes. It really brings a nice brightness to the dish and that little bit of a sour flavor that we're used to with shawarma chicken. And so one of the keys to this dish as well, it's not just the ingredients, it's also about marinating it. So you want ideally to marinate it for about at least 4 hours if you can. And then if you can do it overnight, that's even better. That's going to have just a slight sweet edge. I like to have a little bit of a sweet and spicy thing going on with my flavors. So I used about a tablespoon. I'm also going to add in some oregano. And if that is also a little over a tablespoon, some paprika. Something you can also add in here is some cumin. That's a nice little spice. I would add about a teaspoon of cumin. I'm adding about half a tablespoon of paprika. That gives it a nice color. So we are going to stir that around. And for the olive oil, we're going to add in about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. So as you can see, almost all of the ingredients that we're using here have not been refined. And the ones that have barely been refined. So that's what we want. That way we can be assured that our ingredients are extremely wholesome. So once you've prepared this particular marinade, so you can see that the spices are all in there, and that's why it's going to be delicious when you're marinating your chicken in there for a couple of hours. And once you've done that, what you can do is you can put your chicken in the oven, or you can grill it on a stovetop grill or grill it outdoors on the barbecue. Delicious, amazing, with salad, with potatoes. And we're gonna see how we're gonna put this together for a nice shawarma chicken style bento box for lunch in the next little while. And here we are going to get started with putting this together for a nice quick lunch. What it's going to start with, in order to make sure we've got a great meal going, is nice, healthy, fresh ingredients that have not been processed or have just been minimally processed. So what are some of the things that we've got? We've got some assortment of fresh vegetables that we can use in our box. We've got some whole grain pita bread that we've turned into crisps, and I'll tell you how to do that quickly in a moment. We've got our shawarma chicken that we've made, and we've got a nice dip that we've made from yogurt and some fresh vegetables and some nice fruit. So how did we make this dip? First of all, it's pretty simple, and you can grab a recipe for that also in our collection. This is the yogurt dip that's made with pureed cucumber, pureed tomatoes, some spices, some garlic, a nice unrefined olive oil, and some sea salt, pepper, a little bit of oregano. So it's all completely fresh. And you can also add in a little squirt of lime juice or lemon juice for a little bit of an extra tang. And that's really nice to dip the vegetables in, and it's also gluten-free. So the next thing that we would include in this, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that dip into one of the bento box containers, because everybody loves veggies and dip, right? And it's nice to be able to make your own. And so we've got a couple of vegetables in here. We're going to go with a bit of cucumber, some carrots, and peppers. So a nice little assortment there. You can pick whatever you like, of course. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our shawarma chicken. And let me tell you a little bit about this. What you're going to notice is that there is quite a bit of commonality in terms of some of the ingredients that we're using here. When we prepared this chicken, the ingredients there included yogurt, it included some acid, like a bit of vinegar and lemon juice, and some spices and some olive oil. And that's something that we grilled, and it made a lovely dinner. And we're just using those leftovers so we can have an easy lunch. It's all made from wholesome ingredients and totally something that you can achieve easily at home. And these pita crisps, again, one thing you want to try and do where possible is see if you can get somebody that can supply you locally with some of your stuff, because then you'll be able to know who's making your food and assure yourself of the ingredients. This is pretty simple. These ingredients are flour, yeast, water, salt. So we're pretty good to go there in terms of making sure that it's wholesome. And then you can add in your favorite fruit. So we've got some watermelon here. You can use berries, strawberries, pineapple, etc. And so you can see how this is something that kids can really enjoy. They can make it their own. They can pick their favorite fruits, pick their favorite veggies. It's really wholesome. It's really quick. We've got a simple lunchbox good to go with the shawarma chicken flavors. And if you want to do it as a wrap instead and use the dip, that's perfect as well. Or you can use it to dip just like that, and you've got a lovely veggies dip and dip for your crisps. Enjoy.